Hello, and welcome back to Kira's workshop. It's collaboration time, and today is with one of my most recent friends from the doll community, Mason from Mr. Super Customs. His style is so unique and ethereal, and discussing about the topic for this collab, we decided to go with Enchanted Forest. It's been a while since I did a fantasy creature, and the forest topic is perfect for spring. Back in July of 2018, I made an Earth Goddess doll with a Venus McFlytrap. What I wanted to do for this project was to recreate my floral doll as if she transformed into her final form, the Queen of the Flowers. Since this is a recycled doll, she's obviously a little stained from the past repaint. I believe Venus has one of my favorite molds from the Monster High line. I want to give her a very calm and regal expression, with no eyebrows, and with her eyes closed. So in order to achieve a believable look, I need to shade a lot the eye socket to create depth. This by mixing different shades of green pastel. First, I'm applying the pigment with a small brush, and then blending it with the larger one. I'll also snatch her beautiful nose by contouring the bridge. Later, add some contour to her cheeks. I want her to have natural pink lips, so first I'm mixing some pink and red pastel and dust them up. And later, add on the center of the mouth some brown pastel to give it more dimension. Spray the doll one more time and deepen the eye socket again. To give them some realism, I'll use a brown color pencil to draw the corners of the lips. And with a black pencil I'll draw the closed eyes. And also I prime the lids with white pastel, because just like Nikki's tutorial says, not to prime is a crime. But in this case, I did it to tone down the stains. Later, with a baby pink watercolor pencil, I'll start drawing the creases on the lips. I'll do this with 3 shades of pink, 2 very light, and 1 more vibrant, for the deeper creases. I enjoy so much the makeup process when I do closed eyes. For this one, I begin by using baby pink on the inner corners. And then, add the darker pink where the bottom lids should go. With purple, I'm creating a wing. And carve it with my eraser to define the tail. Later, pack some pink shadow on the outer corners. And blend it with baby pink on the center. Look at me, so technical. Is this now a makeup channel? Of course, this will require a few coats of sealant, 3 in my case. It's looking very good. Time for some blush on her cheeks. And also on the nose. Off camera, I'll darken the lids line and glue on some lashes. And look at her! The lashes bring everything to life. So now, for her final form, I want this queen to have a flower crown. That's actually part of her head. For this, I made this pattern for the sepals, one small and a bigger one, that will go around the hairline. I cut a lot of these on fun foam. And now, with a lighter, I'm warming up the foam to reshape it, and give it a more organical movement. This will do. I'm starting to get very excited. So now I'm reshaping all my sepals, and burning myself in the process also. To be honest, I really love all the things you can do with a single sheet of foam. Later, using a photo reference, I'm drawing the petals of the flowers. I'll also make a small and a bigger one. I want my petals to be very pointy. So here are my molds. And of course, I'll measure them on the head to adjust them if necessary. I decided to trace my molds on a thicker paper. And I'm going to cut a lot of them on foam, but also on this iridescent vinyl, to add some magic to this flower. Once I have all my pieces ready, it's time to paint. I'm priming all my sepals with green paint. Off camera, I'll paint a gradient with yellow from the tip down. For the petals, I first primed them with white. And now for the definitive color. I have white and pink paint. I'm slightly dipping my brush on both colors, but keeping the separation of white and pink. This will help me to create a better gradient and tone down the pink paint. I paint the tip of the petal, and then with white, I'll paint from the bottom up to mix the colors. If you overmix them and feel like you're covering up your gradient, just add more pink on the tip and blend again. And well, I almost forgot to mention that I also reshaped the petals with heat. Now I have to repeat this process a few more times. And now, time to glue everything in place. I'm doing this with an all-purpose contact glue. I decided to try to avoid using hot glue. When I was removing all the stuff of the first repaint, I discovered that the vinyl that was in contact with the hot glue became really sticky, and I removed the pieces very easy. It's like if the vinyl head and the hot glue created some kind of a reaction. So yeah, I don't know how much I recommend you using hot glue on top of the vinyl head. And here, I'm gluing up the final pieces of the foam and the vinyl petals. And our flower crown is complete. Aren't you obsessed? Because I'm definitely obsessed. Of course, those flowers are looking a little bit dry, so why not sprinkling some dewdrops on them? Using a tiny drop of super glue, I'm adding a lot of rhinestones to act like dewdrops. Rhinestones just make everything look very elevated, don't you think? Time for clothes. First, I made this top pattern that ends on the waistline and cut it on green fabric that is also really close to Venus' body color. It has darts on the chest for a better fit. Then I grabbed a piece of pink tulle and ran a gather stitch on the edge. I'll grab one of the threads and, well, gather it. I'll pin it down on the wrong side of the top and distribute it very well. Then hand stitch the tulle to the green fabric. All this dress was hand stitched, so we can say it's a couture piece by Kiro. Once I sew both pieces together, I'll flip all the tulle to the front and pin it again. This is how the top will look. I'll just need to secure the tulle by hand so the gathering stays in place. For the bottom, I have a circular skirt pattern. I'll cut it on purple and pink tulle. So here I have the 3 layers of the skirt, and I'll sew them to the top. And here's the dress. That puffy silhouette looks amazing with extreme headpiece, and the color contrasts beautifully with her skin tone. I want to add something on the shoulders, so that the dress doesn't look very basic. So I took some plastic thread and started creating like a spider web with crystal dewdrops. You know how? Those Disney-style webs from Fantasia, that the fairies fill with dewdrops and shine like diamonds. Well, at least I tried. But at the end I realized that the scale was not looking the way I envisioned it. The crystals look huge and don't have enough weight to pull down the thread, so this idea was a fail, but I felt like sharing anyway. At the end, I decided to add some extra tulle and add more rhinestones here and there. And to finish with this queen, I took these Laguna Blue wedge heels and give them 3 coats of a magenta acrylic paint and 1 coat of pearl paint. This pearlescent paint makes everything shine so pretty. And we are done! I'd forgotten how much I love creating fantasy characters. She looks really like the evolution of my past Repaint. She's missing those vines and flowers that I believe look really nice, but this cleaner body just adds to the regal appearance I was looking for. And of course, I have to point out that collarbone blushing. Oh, how I love shading the collarbone. And now for the reveal of Mr. Super Custom doll. They look so good together, and the color palette of Mason's doll is amazing. Don't forget to watch his video. The link to his channel and social media are in the description box. Also, tell me what do you think about my flower queen. I love to read your name suggestions on the comment section. And well, that's all for today's video. But as always, don't forget to support the workshop by liking this video. Remember that sharing is caring, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. Also, I want to announce that I recently opened my Etsy store. So if you would like to own some of my work, run over to my store. The link is also in the description box. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next time. Hero out!